So this is one of my basil plants, which I'm growing hydroponically. This is actually one of my 50th anniversary plants. So this is the 50th incarnation of this particular plant. And you can see now it's growing really well. It's full of basil. And it's time to sort of cut it back a bit. And what it'll do is it'll make it more bushy and it'll promote more leaves. Plus, I'll be able to harvest some basil for tonight's pasta sauce, and I'll be able to make maybe 4 new plants out of this one. So let's get started. So what you're going to need is very simple. You're going to need a sharp pair of scissors or a sharp pair of snips, and you're going to need some I'm using these jars, and basically they're filled up with dechlorinated water, so you can take it from your hydroponic system. Make sure it's dechlorinated. That'll help promote the root growth. So very simply, what we're going to do is we're going to snip off the excess basil, collect the basil leaves for tonight. So where we're going to cut it is just before you see some new growth. Now if you see here where these 2 leaves split off, you can see just starting to appear are 2 new shoots. Now if you cut the plant basically just above there, about 1/4 inch and a diagonal, what will happen is we'll be able to take all this foliage off, plant this section, and then these 2 plants, these 2 little leaf nodes here will grow out and create new branches. So what I'm going to do is gently at a 45-degree angle cut that off, and now we can take what's left. Take off the larger leaves at the bottom. You can snip them with your fingers or with your snips. And the 2 at the top. Okay, and all you need to leave is 2 leaves at the top. And you'll see there's some new growth coming. And then basically, you literally just pop it in your water. Use the leaves as a stem, as a little balance there, and then as you can see, just about 1/2 inch is underwater. Okay, just 1/2 inch right there is underwater, and then what you do is you put this in your windowsill, and basically within 2 weeks you're going to see some root growth. And then once you've done that, you repeat this process for all the other leaves and fill up all your jars. And then you've got potentially 4 new basil plants. So let's see what happens in 2 weeks. So as you can see here, I got a couple of basil leaves that I propagated a couple of weeks ago. And let's check this out. As you can see, you've got some nice healthy root growth there. So now this one is ready to transplant. And to transplant it, it's very easy. What you do is you take one of your Rockwell cubes that's been prepped the same way you do it for the hydroponics. So look under that video for prepping your Rockwell. And so this one's been soaked. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sharp knife. And what we're going to do is we're just going to cut it till it's about halfway through to the hole. You can see right there, halfway through to the hole. So basically you can open it up. Okay, like a sandwich. And that's literally what we're going to do. We're going to take our Rockwell cube and gently encase the roots in the Rockwell cube. Now if some of the roots are coming out the bottom, that's just fine, because basically what we're going to do now is we're going to put this in one of our net cups with the Hydroton. And what I do just to keep it solid while I do the transfer is I just put it in a 2-inch net pot here. Or you can use a small elastic rubber band once you get your newspapers in to keep the rock wall together, and that'll keep the moisture on the roots. And then you transfer it to your Hydroton. So let's do that. So we've got our recycled and cleaned net pots from one of our earlier plants, and we have some hydroton pellets. So just like before, what we do is we put a small layer of pellets just at the bottom of the net cup, just to give it something to sit on, 2 or 3 high, and then we take our new Rockwell seedling and gently place into the cup. Now the top of the Rockwell should be level with the cup, so if you don't have enough hydroton in there, put some more bits in there. Perfect. So be careful with the roots now as you're putting them in. Just gently rest them on, holding the Rockwell cube together. Fill up the outside edge with the hydrogen. Give it a little shake, make sure it's all settling down. And just keep filling until you have hydrogen all the way around your Rockwell cube. Like so. Notice that the hydrogen is not above the Rockwell or touching the top of the basil plant. And then basically you can place that in your hydroponic system, or you can put it in one of our Kratky Method 2-liter bottles. I'm just going to show you what that is right now. So here are a few examples of my giant basil that I've grown in my kitchen on my window ledge by using a simple Kratky method. I bought an organic basil plant from a farmer's market about a year ago, and I've managed to spawn 265 individual plants from that one plant using this method. Saving me around about $792. That's ridiculous. So check out my Kratky video showing you how I did it, and you can start growing tomorrow.